So I'm back with a new video. Today we are going to discuss this new poem, The Road Not Taken. So this poem, before starting this poem, we should discuss some relevant things regarding our career, our choices. That in our life, whatever choices we are going to make, that is what going to decide our future. That is what going to make our life, future life. So it's completely up to our choices that whether we wanted to become doctor or whether we wanted to become compounder. So that is what discussed over here in this poem called The Road Not Taken. Let's discuss this. That what is the essence of this poem. This well-known poem is about making choices. So as we have discussed that this poem is discussing that what kind of choices we are making in our life and the choices that shape us. So what kind of choices we are going to make and what choices are going to reflect in our future. So that is what discussed over here. Robert Frost is an American poet who writes simply. So this poem is written by Robert Frost, who is American writer and writing very simply but insightfully. But his work, particularly in the field of poetry, is very famous and insightfully. Here we can say that having deep meaning about common ordinary experiences, and his poems are generally dealing with common ordinary experiences. Let's start this poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. So let's discuss from this first line that two roads diverged in a yellow wood. So now he is standing in forest. Now he is standing in the forest and planning to get one road. And there he is having confusion. There are two roads are there and he is thinking that which road I supposed to take, and sorry I could not travel both. And obviously one could not travel both the road, and that is the confusion he is having, that he has to select any one road to travel. He has to, here we should keep in our mind that he has to make a choice that which road he should take. And be one traveler, long I stood, and he has to travel through the one road only, and he has to become, yes, he has to go long on that road and looked down one as far as I could. And then he has decided to select one road where he could make his long journey to where it bent in the undergrowth. So the meaning of this word undergrowth is that dense growth of plants and bushes. So he has decided to go in the dense growth plants and bushes, means he has decided to go in that dense forest. So here we can say that he has decided to go on that road where no one has gone, where there can be possible there are lots of problems and challenges are going to be. So hope you have understood this first stanza. Let's discuss the second one. Then took the other, just as fair and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. So let's discuss this second para with this first line. Then took the other just as fair. And then he has decided to take another road as it was looking fair. Okay, so here we can say that that road was looking fair. He has decided to go to that way and having perhaps the better claim. So he was thinking that if I'm going to take this road, then I'm going to tell other that this is something good road, you can go with this, because it was grassy and wanted wear. And he has decided to take that road which was grassy and wanted wear. The meaning of this word wanted wear means had not been used. So as we have discussed in that first para, in that first stanza, that he has decided to go on that road which was not taken by other people. So here he has decided to go with that road which was not taken by common people, everyone. So that is why that road was grassy and wanted wear. Grassy means if when that road is going to be grassy, when no one has walked on that road, if any person, if any group of people have walked on that road, then that road would be having the dry grass due to, yes, people dragging their feet on it. So it was grassy and wanted wear. Wanted wear, as I've told you, the meaning of this word is had not been used. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. So though as for that, the passing there, So as this writer is going to pass from that road, had warned them really about the same, and he's having a kind of insight that what is going to happen. He is thinking that what will happen on this road, as he is thinking that he has selected another way. He has selected a different way for his life, for his choices. Let's discuss this third stanza. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Now, in this third stanza, we are going to discuss this first line, that and both that morning equally lay. So, when he has seen those both way, initially, first of all, these roads were looking quite same as ordinary roads, and morning, in the morning, if you are going to see any road, they are going to look like same. So he was thinking that both the roads were looking like same. In leaves no step had trodden black. And in the morning you are going to see that if generally in the morning, in early morning, no one is going to, if no one will cross that road, then that road would be as it is, intact. So in leaves no step had trodden black. So there wasn't any sign of any step trodden. Here we are going to get this word. The meaning of this word trodden means damage, destroyed. Here we can say, oh, I kept the first for another day. So as we have discussed in that first and second stanza, that this writer has decided to go on that way which was not taken by common people. He has decided to go on different path. So I kept the first for another day, and then he has decided that another road, another path I'm going to take another day, when I'm going to come back to that road, yet knowing how way leads on to way. And here he wanted to say that as I'm walking on this road, it is going to lead on this particular road only. There isn't any chance that he is going to meet another road which he has decided to take in future. No, the road which he has taken, that is different. Okay, so that is going to lead to different path. I doubted if I should ever come back. And this writer is thinking that he is having a kind of doubt that whether he is going to come back on that another road which he has decided to walk on some other day. So as he has decided to walk on full of troublesome path, he has decided to do something different in his life. So let's discuss this last stanza. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverge in a wood, and I I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So here this writer, in this last stanza, we are going to discuss this first line, that I shall be telling this with a sigh. With a sigh, the meaning of this word with a sigh means breathe deeply and heavily. The meaning of this word is sigh is breathe deeply and heavily. So here he is emphasizing that somewhere ages and ages in future, two roads diverge in a wood. When two roads are going to get separated, it's impossible that in near future they are going to meet together. If any person wanted to make his career in the field of science, then he has to take science stream. If any person wanted to make his career in the field of economy, then he has to go for commerce. So here that is what he wanted to say, that two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And then here this writer wanted to say that he has decided to travel on that road which was less traveled, which was less preferred by people, and that has made all the differences. And that is what going to make your life, that if you are going to think that this is easy way to go to pass on, so you are not going to make your life. If you wanted to become self-made person, if you wanted to make or establish yourself in a society, in a country, then you have to take some odd way where you are going to make yourself feel proud that whatever you have done, that is something worth it. So here we have discussed this poem. Hope you have got the idea that this is something beautifully written by Robert Frost. Now let's discuss the exercise portion, thinking about the poem. First one, where does the traveler find himself? And afterwards, we are also going to discuss these literary devices which are present in this poem. So, first of all, this first question is that where does the traveler find himself? What problem does he face? So, here the answer is the traveler finds himself at a point where two roads diverge. His problem is to decide on which road he should walk. So he is having confusion that from these two roads, on which road I can go. Then in that second one, discuss what these phrases mean to you. What these phrases are reflecting, what does it mean to you? First one, a yellow wood. So here, this yellow wood reflecting a forest in the autumn season. So you know that when forests are going to get yellow wood, when there is going to be autumn season, winds, these leaves, these woods are going to get dry. And obviously when leaves or wood are going to get dry, they are going to have yellow color. So yellow wood is reflecting a forest in the autumn season. Second one, it was grassy and wanted wear. So the thing which is reflecting this phrase is the road was grassy because it was a less traveled road. It wanted people to move on it. So the road which was taken by the writer was less travel, and that's why it was grassy. Third one, the passing there. What it is reflecting, it implies walking on the road. When any person is walking on the road, it means passing there. Then fourth, leaves no step had trodden black. What does this phrase reflecting? See, it means the leaves had not been crushed under the feet of travelers. So the leaves were not crushed, destroyed by the travelers who were walking over there. Then fifth, how way leads on to way. It means how one road leads to another. Hope you have got the idea. Then let's discuss. There's a third one. Is there any difference between the roads as the poet describes them? Let's discuss this first one in stanzas 2 and 3. What is the difference between these stanza 2 and 3? Let's get the idea that whether any difference. So there is no difference between the two roads in the stanza 2 and 3. So there isn't any difference. This writer is in confusion that which road he is supposed to take. He has decided to go on that way where people generally don't prefer to go. Second one, in the last two lines of the poem. In the last two lines of the poem, the poet tells that the road he opted for is less travel. And here, in these last two lines, he has said that he has suggested that if you wanted to be something different, so you have to select a different path which was not selected by or decided by other people. Then let's discuss this fourth one. What do you think the last two lines of the poem mean? What is the last two lines reflecting over here? The last two lines have the quintessence of the poem. The poet expresses his opinion that it becomes difficult for a normal human being to change his or her decision. The poet intends to walk on the first road, but he could not do so because his life does not offer multiple chances to choose. As we know that our life is going to give us only one chance to decide our career, to our choices. The decision taken may mar one's future or lead one to success. It's up to our decision, up to our choices that we are going to destroy our life or going to establish our life. It makes all the differences. He now repents for not getting a chance to travel on the first road, as he has decided to go on that another way, another road. So he is repenting on that one road that now he is not able to go on that road as he has selected another road. So this is something we have discussed. Let's discuss that what is the literary devices present in this poem. This poem dealing with symbolization. This poem dealing with alliteration. This poem is symbolizing the life. Okay, that in your life you have to make choices. A kind of choices are given over here. Alliteration means you can see that there are some of the letters repeated over here. Then repetitions are there. We are going to get the idea that what kind of things repeated over here. So here we can see that as you will get the idea that okay, as far as word is repeated over here. Then so these are some of the things you can get it from this poem. And let's discuss this, what kind of rhyming pattern or rhyming scheme is used in this poem, that is ABAAB. If you are going to check it properly, then you are going to see that the rhyming pattern or scheme which is given in this poem is ABAAB. So hope you guys have liked this video.